Do you feel like Spanish is too hard or that you're not making progress? Let's change that. I'm going to teach you how to master Spanish in the clearest way possible. Do this with Spanish Whiteboard.
You've tried learning Spanish before. Maybe you bought a book, maybe you downloaded an app, maybe you sat through a class and walked out more confused than when you walked in. Today is different. This is a complete beginner Spanish course in 4 parts. No grammar jargon, no memorizing endless verb tables, no textbook Spanish that sounds nothing like what real people say. By the end of these 4 videos, you'll understand how Spanish works, how to speak in the present and the past, and how to sound natural, not like you're reading from a book.
Welcome back. If you're joining us for the first time, I recommend watching part 1 first. Now we build the walls. This is part 2, the present. These 10 verbs, used every single day by every Spanish, will let you build the vast majority of present tense sentences you'll ever need. Before we start, one rule that applies to all regular verbs in Spanish. This is the pattern behind the language. Learn it once and it unlocks hundreds of verbs automatically. Watch the whiteboard. Every Spanish verb belongs to one of 3 families. Verbs ending in AR verbs, in ER verbs, or in IR verbs. The ending tells you how to conjugate it. Learn the pattern for each family and you can conjugate hundreds of verbs you've never seen before. The stem stays the same, only the ending changes.
So, hablar is AR, comer is ER, and vivir is IR?
Exactly, and those 3 are our first 3 verbs. Let's start.
In English, you just say speak. In Spanish, the verb changes to match the person. Yo hablo. Yo como. Yo vivo. The ending of yo always ends in o for regular verbs. Tú hablas. Tú comes. Tú vives. It's the same with the others. In AR verbs, the A takes precedence. Hablas, habla, hablamos, habláis, hablan. In ER verbs, the E takes precedence. Comes, come, comemos, coméis, comen. For IR verbs, they're like the ER verbs. They share almost everything and only change in the we and you forms, using the I form. Vivimos, vivís.
Now we are going to explain the 10 verbs. Verb 1, hablar, to speak, to talk. Regular AR verb, the model verb, the one that shows you how all AR verbs work. If you know hablar, you know trabajar, caminar, escuchar, necesitar. All regular AR verbs follow this exact same pattern. Hablo español un poco. I speak a bit of Spanish. ¿Hablas inglés? Do you speak English? Ella habla muy rápido. She speaks very fast. In English, the verb form doesn't change depending on the person, but in Spanish, it does. Notice, in Spanish, you don't need to say the pronoun.
Verb 2, comer, to eat. The same pattern applies to other verbs ending in ER. The endings will always be the same if it is an irregular verb. Como en ese restaurante todos los días. I eat at that restaurant every day. ¿Coméis aquí siempre vosotros? Do you all always eat here? Verb 3, vivir, to live. Regular IR verb. A pattern for all IR verbs. Vivir, escribir, abrir, subir, all follow this pattern. The IR conjugation is almost identical to the ER conjugation, with 2 differences. Vivimos, for we, and vivís, for you. These are the 2 endings that vary. Vivo en Nueva York, pero este mes vivo en Madrid. I live in New York, but this month I'm living in Madrid. ¿Vosotros vivís aquí cerca? Do you all live nearby? Verb 4, ir, to go. Here's where it gets interesting. Ir is one of the most irregular verbs in Spanish, but also one of the most essential. The good news? It's short, and you'll use it so often. Ir plus a plus infinitive equals immediate future. Voy a comer. I'm going to eat. Vamos a hablar. We're going to talk. Mis amigos van de vacaciones. My friends are going on vacation. This structure lets you talk about the future without learning a single new conjugation. Verb 5. Tener. To have. Tener is the verb for possession, but in Spanish it does much more than have. Tener plus que plus infinitive means have to, obligation. Tengo que estudiar. I have to study. Tienes que probar esto. You have to try this. One structure, endless uses. Also, in Spanish, you use tener for age, not ser or estar. Tengo 28 años. I'm 28. Tienes frío. You're cold. Tenemos que irnos ya. We have to leave now. Verb 6. Querer. To want or to love. Querer means to want, but also to love when talking about people. Context tells you which one it is. In restaurants and bars, querer is your ordering verb of choice. Querer is a stem-changing verb. The E in the stem changes to IE for most forms. Quiero, quieres, quiere. But queremos and queréis keep the original E. Quiero un café solo, por favor. I'd like a black coffee, please. Queremos visitar el Prado mañana. We want to visit the Prado tomorrow.
Verb 7. Poder. Can. To be able to. Poder is your permission and ability verb. Can I? Are you able to? In Spain, poder plus infinitive is how you ask for things politely without needing the complex conditional tense. Puedo is one of the most useful phrases you'll ever learn. Can I try this on? Can I sit here? Can I have the bill? ¿Puedo probármelo? ¿Puedo sentarme aquí? ¿Puedo pagar? These are examples. ¿Puedes hablar más despacio, por favor? Could you speak more slowly, please? Pueden venir cuando quieran. You can come whenever you like. Verb 8. Hacer. To do. To make. Hacer means both to do and to make. In English, those are two different verbs. In Spanish, one. Hacer el trabajo. To do the work. Hacer una tortilla. To make a tortilla. One verb, double duty. The yo form is irregular. Hago. That's the only oddity. The rest follows a regular ER pattern. Hacer also appears in weather expressions. ¿Qué tiempo hace? What's the weather like? Hace calor. It's hot. Hace frío. It's cold. Hace sol. It's sunny. These are fixed expressions. Learn them as blocks. Examples. ¿Qué haces este fin de semana? What are you doing this weekend? Hacemos una barbacoa el sábado. ¿Venís? We're having a barbecue on Saturday. Are you coming? Verb 9. Venir. To come. Venir is essential for making plans, inviting people, and checking if someone is joining. Two irregularities. Yo is vengo, irregular go ending, same as tango and hago, and the stem changes for tú, él, and ellos. Vengo ahora mismo. Espérame. I'll be right there. Wait for me. Ella viene a las 9, no antes. She is coming at 9, not before. ¿Venís en metro o en taxi? Are you coming by subway or taxi?
Verb 10. Saber. To know. Facts, how to do something. Saber is the last of our 10 verbs, and it comes with an important distinction. Spanish has two verbs for to know, saber and conocer. Saber is used for facts and skills. Conocer is used for people and places. Today we'll focus on saber. Saber plus infinitivo equals saber hacer algo. Sé hablar español. I know how to speak Spanish. No sé dónde está. I don't know where it is. Sabes lo que tienes que hacer. You know what you need to do. First person singular form, sé. Just two letters with an accent. The accent distinguishes it from sé, the reflexive pronoun. The rest is regular. Examples. Carlos sabe mucho de historia española. Carlos knows a lot about Spanish history. ¿Sabéis si mañana hay huelga de metro? Do you know if there's a subway strike tomorrow?
Now, let's see all 10 verbs working together in a natural conversation. I'm going to show you a video of a conversation between two people. Identify the verbs, and then we'll discuss them. Listen for all 10 verbs. They're all in there.
Okay, great. If I have any questions, I'll let you know.
Hey, Jake. What are we doing tomorrow?
Hola, Jake. ¿Qué hacemos mañana?
I just came back from visiting the Prado. If you want, I can show it to you tomorrow.
Vengo de visitar el Prado. Si quieres, mañana te lo enseño.
Perfect. Are you hungry?
Jaja, perfecto. ¿Tienes hambre?
Yes, I'm very hungry. Can we go to that tapas bar?
Sí, tengo mucha hambre. ¿Podemos ir a ese bar de tapas?
We're better off staying here?
¿Nos quedamos aquí mejor?
Okay, perfect. That way we don't have to move.
Vale, perfecto. Así no nos tenemos que mover.
Do you know what you want to eat?
¿Sabes lo que quieres comer?
I want to try the tortilla. What are you going to eat?
Quiero probar la tortilla. ¿Tú qué vas a comer?
That's great. It's the best food they serve here. I'll have a tortilla too.
¡Qué bien! Es la mejor comida que hacen aquí. Yo también pediré tortilla.
Do you come here often?
¿Vienes muy seguido?
Yes, we live nearby and come almost every day.
Sí, vivimos cerca y venimos casi todos los días.
That's great.
¡Qué bien!
Can you come to our meeting on Saturday?
¿Puedes venir a nuestro encuentro el sábado?
I have soccer on Saturday, but let's meet up tomorrow to go to the Prado.
Sábado tengo fútbol, pero mañana nos vemos para ir al Prado.
No problem. See you tomorrow.
Ningún problema. Mañana nos vemos.
I'd like to treat you to dinner tonight. See you tomorrow.
Hoy quiero invitarte yo a cenar. Hasta mañana.
We're done with the video. I hope you liked it and understood it well. I also hope you've identified the verbs. Did you find them all?
Yes, I've identified all the verbs and a few more, if I've written down the verbs in my notebook.
Okay, give me 10 sentences, one for each verb.
¿Qué hacemos mañana? From the verb hacer. Vengo de visitar el Prado. From the verb venir. ¿Tienes hambre? From the verb tener. ¿Sabes lo que quieres comer? From the verb saber. Yo también pediré tortilla. From the verb pedir. Sí, vivimos cerca y venimos casi todos los días. This sentence contains two verbs, vivir y venir. Mañana nos vemos para ir al Prado. From the verb ir. Hoy quiero invitarte yo a cenar. From the verb querer.
All these verbs are great, but you left out the AR ending. ¿Nos quedamos aquí mejor? Quedamos, from the verb quedar. Quiero probar la tortilla. Probar in infinitive.
I didn't notice those verbs.
No problem. You can watch the video again to finish practicing with a real conversation.
Now we are going to do the final challenge. 10 questions. Mix of formats. Conjugation, gap fill, and choice. Say your answer out loud before you look. 8 or more, and you're ready for part 3.
Sentence 1.
Yo al retiro esta tarde. Correct answer, voy al retiro esta tarde.
Sentence 2.
¿Hablar más despacio? Correct answer. ¿Puedes hablar más despacio? Sentence 3. ¿Cómo se dice I'm hungry en español? A. ¿Estoy hambre? B. ¿Tengo hambre? C. ¿Soy hambre? Correct answer. B. Tengo hambre. Sentence 4. Esta noche, paella. Correct answer. Esta noche vamos a comer paella. Sentence 5. ¿Cuál es la forma yo de hacer? A. ¿Hago? B. ¿Hago? C. ¿Hace? Correct answer. B. Hago. Sentence 6. ¿Dónde está el metro? Correct answer. ¿Sabes dónde está el metro? Sentence 7. ¿Cómo se dice It's very cold today en español? Correct answer. Hoy hace mucho frío. Sentence 8. Ella ir al cine esta noche. Correct answer. Ella quiere ir al cine esta noche. Sentence 9. ¿Qué significa vengo a tu casa? A. I'm going. B. I'm coming. C. I came earlier. Correct answer. B. I'm coming right away. Sentence 10. Nosotros en Madrid desde hace 2 años. Correct answer. Nosotros vivimos en Madrid desde hace 2 años.
That's part 2. 10 verbs, present tense. The engine of the Spanish language. And it's now running in your head. You can now say what you are with ser and estar. You can say what you do with these 10 verbs. You can talk about going to do things. You can say what you have to do with tener plus que. And you can ask for things politely with puedo. That's already enough to have a real conversation in Spanish. But there's one more piece you need. Part 3. The past. Because every conversation eventually goes there. What did you do yesterday? Have you ever been to Spain? Where did you go last night? Part 3 gives you the past tense. Both of them. Clean, practical, and without the overwhelm.
That's all for today. Great job today. Remember, learning a language is a journey. I'd love to know which of these words you found easiest or hardest, so write it in the comments below. I'm Spanish Whiteboard, and remember, if you can see it on the whiteboard, you can say it on the street.